friends, and welcome back to my kitchen. Come on in. Tonight we're having chicken pot pie for dinner. We are making that out of last night's leftovers. We made a spatchcock chicken on the grill. We did garlic herb potatoes, and we did Brussels sprouts with bacon. Do you have to use leftovers to make this? No, you just make sure you're putting in flavorful ingredients. You can do like frozen peas, frozen carrots, mirepoix, onions, garlic, whatever. Potatoes, if I'm not going to eat it before I put it in the food, then I know it can be better. So for example, I'm not going to eat unseasoned boiled potatoes. I will do like a Lipton onion soup mix roasted potato, quickly in the oven, and put that in my chicken pot pie. Just something more flavorful than just bland crap. Anyway, here I've already shredded our chicken from last night's spatchcock chicken. And you want to be careful. Make sure there's no bones in your chicken while you're shredding it, especially if you're using a very sharp knife. It's easy to cut through a bone and not even realize that you did. So, use your fingers, feel through. The spatchcock chicken I made last night only has the breastbone in the center, and then the other bones are in the extremities, like the wings and the legs. So pretty good to go there. And then I've got my garlic herb potatoes here, and then I have the Brussels sprouts with bacon. I would normally start with at least a shallot maybe, or some kind of onion, garlic shallot, but I'm not gonna do that tonight. I have Kinder's, I think I said it wrong yesterday, Kinder's smoked onion. And then other than that, you got a little flour for your roux to thicken your sauce, and poultry seasoning. And I've got my better than bouillon that I make my chicken stock out of. Butter, of course. And then you need a good large pan that is large enough to fit your chicken pot pie in and will transfer into the oven. Other than that, there is one last ingredient that is mandatory. You ready for this? Dun, 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 dun. This is just cheese. Doesn't matter. This. Yes. Red Lobster cheddar bay biscuits. You have to use this. If you don't use this, get out of my kitchen right now. This is it. If you're not going to use this, just turn the video off and walk away. The rest of you, follow me. But I do keep recipe cards for recipes that I like and want to remember or pass on to my offspring eventually one day. So I have a recipe card for this chicken pot pie. This is a glare, so I'm gonna take it out of the bag. And I'm going to flash it on the screen, and you may screenshot it if you'd like. Here's the front. Here's the back. If you plan to look for misspelled words and critique me in any way, this is handwriting, cursive handwriting, a lost art, I might say. And, it doesn't have autocorrect. And also, fuck you. Let's get started. First, we're gonna start with our butter. You're gonna do a half stick of butter in your pan. Help if you turn it on. Now, do remember that, especially if you're doing this exactly as I am, using the food that we made last night or any other type of leftover, do remember this food is already cooked, okay? We're not, cooking raw chicken. This is already cooked. We're heating it up. We're reheating these things, melding them together with a tasty sauce. Just top of mind there. Tiny bit of olive oil on top to keep it from burning. One of the things we're going to need is chicken stock, 2 cups of it. I've already microwaved my 2 cups of water here. I'm going to add my better than bouillon to make the chicken stock. Butter is getting nice and melty. I'm gonna take this opportunity to move the camera to the other side so you can see what's going on in the pan. All right, move the camera so you should be able to get a pretty clear picture of what's going on here. I'm gonna go ahead and add my chicken first. edges, make a little hole in the middle. My butter already got completely and totally absorbed, so I'm going to add a little more. Flour is going to mix with the butter and make a roux, which is what is going to make our sauce thick. Don't worry about stuff that gets stuck to the bottom of the pan. When we add our broth, it's going to deglaze the pan and get all those little bits off the bottom. Use whole milk tonight. That's, I know that I'm probably going to need a little more flour than usual to get a thicker sauce. Otherwise, I would normally just use whole milk. Or, sorry, excuse me. I am using whole milk. I would use heavy cream. And I'm going to do that first. I'm going to do my chicken stock and then my milk and my seasoning before I add the vegetables. Just because they're already cooked. They're very tender already, and we don't want them to completely disintegrate. So that's the order we're going to do things tonight. And our little bit of Kinder's smoked onion, poultry seasoning. I usually do 2 nice pinches. And while that's simmering here, I'm gonna go ahead and get my box of my biscuit mix. You're gonna cook this per the instructions on the box, okay? Whatever it says, that's what you're gonna do. So we're gonna start with preheating the oven to 425. Pretty simple. A bag of, mix and water. I don't measure the cheese. I just can go for it, just send it. How much cheese do you want? It's your dish. Who wrote this does not decide how much cheese you get in your biscuit, okay? You decide. I'm just gonna keep a close eye on that. Once it starts to boil, we're gonna add the vegetable. Tomorrow night's dinner will be shrimp and grits, tune in. That's probably not what people on YouTube say. That's more of a cable TV generation kind of thing. People say log in, sign in, like, subscribe, whatever. Let's make the biscuits. Perfect. Doesn't need one thing. Good to go. Ready for my trick on sticky biscuits? Olive oil. You're going to put olive oil in your hand and rub. And then you're going to pick up the biscuit with your oily hands and drop it. Oven is 425. We are going to put this bad boy in there and set the timer for 16 minutes, just as the box suggests. Ooh, it's hot. Cinch an eyelash right there. You do. Good job. See you soon. Okay, so our chicken pot pie is in the oven. The next step is to make the butter topping that we're gonna brush on top of the biscuits when the chicken pot pie comes out of the oven. So I forget how much butter the box says, but I'm my own person and I will choose how much butter I would like, thank you. Which clearly is a lot. Plenty enough, yep, nice and melty. Tasty little seasoning packet. You're just gonna drop right in that hot melty butter. You're gonna have something like this to brush it on. If you don't have something like this, first of all, you should have something. Get one of these. But if you don't, it's fine. Like you can drizzle it, or you know, like just spoon it. You can paper towel it on, you know, whatever gets the job done. Waiting for my chicken pot pie to get done. All right, while we wait, go ahead and get online and do your taxes. It's just like blows my mind because I'm such a foodie, you know? Let's pull it out of the oven. Let's give it 2 more minutes and check it again. I'm drinking some Simi Chardonnay, California Chardonnay. I actually have another bottle of this in the refrigerator because we will be using it in the shrimp and grits that we will be making tomorrow. Curious now? What's in my shrimp and grits? You have to watch the video and find out. It's very good. Do it. Always cook with good wine. Let's check on the pot pie. Another minute. I'm not gonna do a timer for a minute. One thing you can do in this situation is very simple. You just turn your oven light on and you just stare through the glass and wait for it. Unless your oven is so dirty you can't see through the glass. We'll call it tinted. Tinted windows. I'm not sure I've cleaned that fucking oven since we got it. This pan is hot as fuck, okay? It just came out of a 425-degree oven. But your mind is gonna wanna trick you to thinking it's just a pan like normal that you can grab. Don't do that. You can put one of your oven mitts on it. I'm just gonna brush this butter topping that we prepared earlier right on top. Now, cooking is an art, okay? Baking is a science. This dish is sort of a mix of both, but it leans on the art side, okay? The only part of this that's sciencey is the biscuit, and Red Lobster took care of that. Like, that came ready to go. All the little like chemistry figure-outy shit already happened when that hit the box. As long as you put the right ratio of water in, it's good to go. The rest is up to you. How much cheese do you want? How much liquid do you want? How do you want to season it? What ingredients do you want to put in it? It doesn't matter. The world is your oyster. The world is your chicken pot pie. Let that cool off. Give it 10 minutes. Okay, so I move this over so that you can see the delicious goodness as I scoop it out. I truly hope that your chicken pot pie turned out as good as mine or better. Stay tuned tomorrow night for shrimp and grits. Don't want to miss that. It's gonna be great. And thanks for watching. Cheers.